Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Talladega Super Speedway for race number 32 on the 2018 NRSL MDFTWCS Cup Series schedule. It's time to cut the chase field down for more drivers. Coming into today's race, we're fresh off a win from Andrew Rich last week at Atlanta. That was in dominating fashion. He has locked himself into the round of 3 with his 7th win on the season. And now we head in today with pretty much everybody else mathematically still good as far as points go. Let's take a look through the starting lineup real quickly. Cody Hagen is on the front row and he sits 12th in the point standings, 39 back of the cutoff. He will need a lot of help, but most importantly, his best bet is to take that checkered flag first. Next to him is Daytona 500 champion from last season, Philip Parker. In row 2, we've got Joshua Osborne and Alex Gray. Alex Gray, 13 points to the good coming into today. Best bet for him is to survive all the chaos. In row 3, we've got Emmanuel Hartnett and last year's fall winner, John Arndt, in row 3. In row 4, we've got Nico Tringali and Zack Rogers. And in row 5, we've got Eli Bright and Nate Rogers. So coming into today, the following drivers sit inside the top 8 on points. William Brock, 28 to the good. Sorlin, 25. Hanley, 19. Gardner, Gray, and Curtis, 13 each. And Seth Cole, 10 points in, is the last man in. First man out is Cole Deaver, 10 points back. Zack Flickinger is 21 back. Diego Yepez, 27. And Cody Hagen, 39. So Flickinger, Yepez, and Hagen are going to need a lot of luck and probably going to need to take the checkered flag if they're going to get a chance to make it to the round of 8. Last race result from this track back in the spring, Deanna Jones took the checkered flag. Kev Shear 2nd, Flickinger 3rd, Hanley 4th, Caleb Hoffman 5th, Alex Gray 6th, Sorlin 7th, Alexander Rowe 8th, DJ Curtis 9th, and Nico Tringali was 10th. The rest of your chasers still in this thing. Diego Yepez 17th, Andrew Rich 21st, Brock 23rd, Gardner 26th, Deaver 27th, Seth Cole 35th, and Cody Hagen was 38th. Rest of the chasers starting today. 13th, Yepez, 22nd, Curtis, 27th, Flickinger, 31st, Rich, 33rd, Brock, 34th, Deaver, 35th, Hanley, 39th, Gardner, 40th, Seth Cole, and 41st, Jonathan Zorlin. Let's go trackside.
Drivers, start your engine!
So I kind of rushed that out there, but so looking real quickly, you've got Hagen starting on the pole, Alex Gray starting 4th. Those are the only 2 chasers starting inside the top 10. As we noted, Yepez starts 13th, so only 3 of the 12 start in the top half of the field. So everyone else is in pretty big danger except for Rich starting 31st since he is already locked in with his win. And he would have been locked in on points more or less since he has 51 above the cut line. So Curtis 22nd, Flickinger 27th. They're more or less middle of the pack. But William Brock, Deaver, Hanley, Gardner, Seth Cole, Sorlin, they're all at the very back. They more or less have the best shot of missing the big one. It happened early here last season. I mean, in the spring. So things could get intense early on once more. And then we will probably more or less have just a green flag race. Also, we have yet to have a driver win 2 super speedway events. That's right, it has not happened yet. Your 2017 winners were Philip Parker, Zack Flickinger, Alex Gray, Colin Denton, John Arndt, and James Qualls. Your winners this year have been Andrew Rich, Deanna Jones, Diego Yepez, and Johnny Gardner. Deanna Jones All-Star race win at St. Joltis does not count on the official race record. That is an exhibition win. So Cody Hagen's going to lead him down here to the green flag. 76 laps of action as the drivers will get ready for round 3. After today, green flag flies. Round 3 consists of Texas, Rockingham, and Pensacola. As Alex Gray will make it 3 wide right on the start. Osborne's going to make it 4 wide. Can't quite get there. Door gets shut by Hagen. Everybody weaving around. They're getting into their 3 lines here that we're used to seeing at this racetrack. John Arndt thought about making it 4 wide above Philip Parker. Manuel Hartnett in the 2nd place position. He'll be pushed up to the top though, 3 wide. Tringali in the middle, Bright on the inside. We had a small wreck here in the spring to start things off on lap 2 or 3. And then the big one happened in turns 3 and 4. The top 2 touched doors and they were nearly wrecking along the apron, and then one of the 2 finally lost it right in front of the whole field. Already seeing that 4 wide action here today. It is just a matter of time before we see the big one. Cody Hagen now being put all the way to the top as Diego Yepez goes to the front. This reminds me to keep track of what chasers lead laps. So Cody Hagen led a lap, and Yepez was looking to lead one himself, but is he going to beat out Ferranti? And I think he did. No, official scoring says that Ferranti led that lap. Andrew Rich has already found himself up to 3rd after starting in 31st. When they are 4 wide, 7, 8 rows deep, it is really easy to gain track position on the very bottom. Like, they are 4 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows right there in the middle of the pack. They are doing a fantastic job here early on. Whoa, look at Andrew Rich. Now, Rich, I will not be keeping track of him leading a lap or not, because it does not matter, considering he is locked in. They are almost 5 wide. 5 wide will definitely probably cause an accident here. Andrew Rich to the lead, though. TJ Hanley has found his way to the front. I see Gardner, Seth Cole on the bottom, Flickinger as well. Hanley made the move, but here comes Daytona 500 pole sitter Mark Riggleman. Rich holds on to the top spot. They are still 4 wide, about 7, 8 rows there. There's just so many cars all in one spot. Look at this 4 wide action. This is insane. These drivers are doing a great job here in the fall of keeping this clean, as now Seth Cole, Flickinger, Gardner, and Riggleman were 4 wide for a second there. Flickinger won the spring race back in 2017 here. He's weaving back and forth, and he's going to go to the bottom. Does he get help from John Nunn? The help is there. Zack Flickinger to the top spot. Here comes Shearer, who finished 2nd place in the spring. It's going to be a 3 wide drag race for this lap lead. And it's going to go to Shearer. And there's the car that beat him. Deanna Jones has made her way to the front. Is there 4 wide for 2nd place now? Deaver on the very bottom. DJ Curtis finding himself up towards the front. The racing we are getting here today is insane. And Cole Deaver to the bottom. Is he going to get to lead this lap? I think he will. Cole Deaver entered the race today 10 points out, and he will get 1 point closer with this lap led. The only chase drivers to lead laps have been Deaver and Hagen, both who sit outside the cutoff line as Curtis moves to the front. Teammate Austin Alves behind him, but you got to go. You want to keep moving. Now Nate Rogers will put him in the middle. Did Curtis get enough of a run down the straightaway? And no, he's not going to be able to duck down low. Audi still looking for their first win as a manufacturer. Nate Rogers hasn't won since Richmond last season. Nico Tringali, his teammate, has yet to win it all. Here comes Jessica Shelton in the 0-2. Remember, Shelton had a very, very good chance near the end of the Daytona 500 to win that event, and then they were stuck on the racetrack. They never got down the pit road in time, and they ran out of gas, and it cost them a really good finish to start the season. Let's go on board with the 5 of Jonathan Zorlin. You can see him there banging doors with Austin Alves in the Hornet's Nest. See how crazy this racing is. You can just see all the jostling around. Hartnett went, I believe, almost all the way from the wall to the inside line. Goldberg's up here, teammate Charles Jackson. All 3 Joe Gibbs cars right up here at the front. Hartnett leads that lap. Hartnett came close to a win a couple of weeks ago at, I believe it was, no, never mind. I am imagining things. Could have sworn he came close to a win somewhere, but I am imagining things. Still 3 wide. They've calmed down on the 4 wide a little bit. It's more or less towards the back of the field. As 2017 champ Caleb Hoffman to the lead. Alex Gray on his bumper. Will the driver of the 3 lead the lap? No, here comes TJ Hanley in the tri-oval. And the lap goes to, I think, Alex Gray. Yes, the 3 car led that lap, so now 3 chasers have led laps here today. Here comes William Brock in the 21. He's on the bottom. So last race here in the spring, we had 2 big wrecks before lap 10. But now here in the fall, we have gone green flag, and now they are just completely 3 wide all the way around. The 4 wide is gone. And William Brock, one of the drivers without a win in the chase, is going to lead that lap easily. He came in here 28 to the good, so that is a really good point for him. And now this is the big money time, is right here, is that in about 6 laps, 6 to 8, we're going to see these cars start coming down pit road, and you want to be at the very front of the pack, because there is a lot of leeway on this track's pit road. You can, if you have a stall near the end of pit road, you can really throw your car down pit road. You don't get a penalty. And here comes defending race winner John Arndt in the 48. We've mentioned that Arndt will not be in the 48 next season, but in the 05. It's Indiana Jones. Michael Amato drafting there together. Amato will lead the bottom line. Now Andrew Rich drafting teammate / girlfriend Deanna Jones. Trying to get Deanna one more win before the year rounds out. She hasn't won since the Puco doubleheader sweep she completed. As Diego Yepez finds himself back up at the front of the field. So now they are 4 wide again at the back of the pack. And there's a move by Diego Yepez down the back straightaway. Seth Cole, you can see, has made his way back up to the front. Yepez won the Daytona Summer Race under the lights. Really didn't have much of a challenge. It was, at first it seemed like DJ Curtis had the fastest car of anybody that entire night, but he somehow got some slight aerodynamic damage near the end of the race, and he couldn't do anything to catch Diego Yepez. Matthew McIntyre, third in line on the bottom, got his first career victory a few weeks ago at Auto Club. Looking for what could be career win number 2. The only chaser to win races so far in the chase has been Andrew Rich at Pikes Peak. And last week at Atlanta, the other wins have come by first-time winners John Nunn and Matthew McIntyre, and a second race win on the season for Fitzwater Sr. As Zack Rogers is jumping down the pit road here on lap 15, so pit stops earlier than I thought they were. Now Rogers jumped down from the very back of the field, but that might be beneficial for him considering a lot of the guys here in the pack are really going to have to slam the brakes more on entry. There's Zack Rogers all by himself, but he really got in there good, most likely. Here we go on lap 16. They are still 4 wide. Oh, did I see a wreck? No, I thought someone was in the wall. Now here come a lot of our drivers. Matthew McIntyre is going to lead most of them down. See, a lot of cars had to hit the brakes there, so that's going to separate this pack and hurt a lot of these guys. DJ Curtis and Cole Deaver were able to completely gap the pack. So bad a lap led for DJ Curtis. There's Zack Rogers in the 19. Is he going to get in the way of some of these drivers trying to pit? Cole Deaver is going to make a move for the lead here. I do not believe Rogers will be completely in the way. Will Deaver complete his pass here? He should. Pass has been completed. Curtis is going to jump down, and the two are going to head down pit road. Tony Green and some others heading down as well. Oh, and Curtis gets slammed by Mark Riggleman. No caution. It was entering pit road. But Curtis got wrecked by, it appeared, Mark Riggleman. Seth Cole leads the lap. And that basically neutralizes what Cole Deaver did. Oh, what is William Brock doing? There are so many cars coming out of pit road right now. This is very dangerous. Yepez is going to slam the brakes and jump down behind Rich. Now a lot of them are jumping back up. Rowe jumps down below Seth Cole. Seth Cole will go another lap. I don't know if he's going to make it. The 42 is sputtering. He needed to pit there. Seth Cole's championship chances could be up in smoke or fumes at this point. He's going to make it to the back straightaway. He is out of gas. He is out of gas, and this is not good. Is he going to get to the apron? There it is. There he goes. The 83 and 29 stayed out as well, I believe. Yeah, 83's out of gas. There's the 29. The 83 actually already passed Seth Cole. What on earth happened to DJ Curtis? We're going to take a quick break. But first, we're going to see what happened to DJ Curtis. Alright guys, this is just plain old Talladega disaster here. Now, for whatever reason, Curtis decides to slam his brakes a lot more entering pit road than Cole Deaver did. And this big pack of cars right here coming from behind, Tony Green's going to lead him down. But they had such a gap that they were trying to really dive into pit road. Curtis has one of the first pit stalls in pit road, and the gap just gave these guys no time. Tony Green, Mark Riggleman, or not so much no time as they had no warning that Curtis was about to slam his brakes because he had the second to last pit stall. And then this is where things get crazy. Curtis is somehow sliding across the racetrack, and all these guys are like, oh, no, 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 no. And Curtis is going to start to back up because he's got the last stall. And look at this. Somehow he flips over Michael Amato. Meanwhile, Cody Hagen is stopped on pit road behind these guys. So that's two chasers involved. And then Alex Gray's coming in. And Alex Gray slams into the 22 of Sam Oskin. And then gets railed by Caleb Hoffman. So three chase drivers involved. Gray and Curtis getting damaged, two that were in by 13 points. And Hagen gets held up. He was back 39. Hagen's going to need a caution if he's going to have a shot at getting back in this thing. But Michael Amato, who had a really fast car, got flipped over. Completely innocent bystander. And does Hagen get it back rolling here? He does, but he lost so much time on pit road. We'll be back after this commercial break to see what's going on after this calamity entering pit road. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Talladega. As you can see, battle on the track between Cole Deaver and Alexander Rowe for the race lead. Pit stops have completed. Rowe takes the front spot. Alex Gray has retired from the race along with Caleb Hoffman, so Alex Gray in big danger if certain drivers outside the top 8 heading into this race get enough points to move their way up. Curtis still on pit road. Meanwhile, Johnny Gardner is in the top 5. He's with this little 3-car pack right here. And Diego Yepez finds himself in a little mini pack inside the top 10. So Yepez 27 out coming into things today. Just needs to have a very good run here, and he is doing that so far. Your next playoff driver is Andrew Rich right here, but he's already locked in with a win. There's Jonathan Zorlin running 22nd. He was 25 to the good coming in. And looking still decent there in 22nd. TJ Hanley, though, 27th place. Not looking so good. He had 19-point gap coming in. But William Brock has back-end damage as well, and he was 28 to the good coming in. Luckily, he led a lap. That's going to help him big time. Zack Flickinger runs 30th with back-end damage. 21 points out. He's not looking like he's going to make it. Cody Hagen, 39 out, runs 31st after being held up on pit road. Mark Riggleman is really underpowered. There's Seth Cole running 32nd place. Now, Seth Cole was 10 coming in, 10 above. So now here's the way all this math works out. As you see some other stragglers there on the racetrack. The way this math works out is as follows. Cole Deaver sits in second with Seth Cole all the way at the back. That moves Deaver up. That moves Seth Cole down. However, Seth Cole has a good amount of number of positions to where he passes Curtis and Gray in the points. Now, all three of those guys, Gray, Curtis, Cole, and Deaver, led a lap today. So that's a bonus point for each of them. If Deaver leads the most, if that is if he can get by Alexander Rowe, he could get another bonus point. So now we have Deaver in, we have Seth Cole in. Flickinger is in 30th. He will not gain enough points. He is currently out. Cody Hagen, way in the back, is currently out. Yepez is up near the front with a good chance of moving in. However, 27 points, it's tough to gauge more or less how much he has to gain, because he has to gain 30 on Curtis and Gray, and they both led a lap. Curtis is still on pit road, I think. Gray has retired. He's down to 40th. Is the 17 on pit road? He is just coming out of pit road finally after lengthy repairs. That moves Curtis up to 40th. That gives Curtis the edge over Alex Gray. So right now it looks like the 4 out would be Gray, Flickinger, Hagen, and then it comes down to either Curtis or Yepez on finishing positions. But I believe Gardner, Hanley, Zorlin, and Brock should be good on points, as the leaders catch Tony Green. Rowe gets by with ease. Deaver not so much. So things are definitely getting complicated here today. Now let's see. It's definitely down to Curtis and Yepez as far as close points go. At the moment, it's down to Yepez and Curtis. Now, Curtis sits in 40th. As they last ran at the line, Yepez in 6th has 34 positions on Curtis. At a lap led for Curtis, that becomes a 33 position advantage. Okay, now he's down to 9th. We'll just do it off of 9th. So he's got 31 positions down to 30 positions. So Yepez at where he's running would be on the good. So Curtis is not going to get any positions on anyone else unless someone gets a blown gear or whatever. So let's look at it this way. What is the position that Yepez will have to finish in order to beat Curtis on 1 point advantage? So he's got 20, he was down 30 points on Curtis coming in. At the lap led, that's 31. So he needs at least 32 positions. So he would need to finish at least 8th place right now. And now it seems Yepez has lost the draft a little bit. Oh, nope, he's still kind of right there. But Jessica Shelton and another 4-5 cars are coming. That will make things harder on Diego Yepez. As now Deaver and Rowe battle side by side for the lead as they catch Peter Sands, who's in 34th. Riggleman clearly holding people up. Now Deaver's going to take the lead here. It was a 2.14 second lead over third last time. Now it's up to 3. McIntyre, John Arndt. Arndt's looking to go back-to-back on this race. Yepez has made his way back up to 6. Zack, Rogers, Gardner falling back. Now there's Osborne as the leaders pass Philip Parker, who apparently has some form of damage. Sam Oskin also back here with some damage. Well, this is going to hurt Jessica Shelton and Sanford. Sanford is not going to be able to get down. This really helps Yepez right here, considering we are getting close to that next round of pit stops. Remember, Zack Rogers came down on lap 14. He sits in 7th. Remember, he came down pit road at the very back of the field. Now he sits in the top 10, so that was a very good call by the 19. So now Yepez has things going good for him right now. Now that pack is down to only 8th place. So that really helps Yepez at the moment because that gives him another position if Curtis is to gain a position. Deaver still down in 2nd. Sands on the inside. Now Riggleman is really, really slow. Now I don't know if there are enough cycles or circuits for him to fall down past 6th down. But how crazy is it that we had a caution, no caution so far today, but in the spring we had 2 big ones. Now Deanna Jones holding up both Rowe and Deaver. This is going to help the pack behind catch up. Zack Rogers has still not come down pit road yet. If he's going to, I would assume it's this time. Who are they catching next? That's Michael Amato. Amato and Riggleman, along with maybe Curtis and Brock, I think are the most damaged vehicles on the track. Brock has not fallen so bad. Hagen has actually made his way up to 28th. Seth Cole 32nd. William Brock is falling, but I think Brock has enough points with where the other chasers run to stay above. And I believe Zack Rogers pit. No, he stayed out, and these guys are gaining. Yepez is closing in. Yepez probably would want to lead a lap here, and that would push his finishing position to a must place of 9th. I'm not certain on the tiebreaker, but I know that we go based on best finish in the round. I do not quite remember where Curtis has finished in this round. Zack Rogers still hasn't pit yet. Deaver has taken the lead back from Alexander Rowe. But Yepez and the others are catching up. See, McIntyre's right on the bumper of the 41. So this is now an 8-car pack. No idea how long it'll last since pit stops are coming up. See Sands and Jones still in battle for 33rd. Oh, Rowe's poking his head up way high. I think Deaver's coming down pit road. That is the case. Deaver, McIntyre, Fitzwater, Gardner, and Zack Rogers will all come down pit road here. Others have already come down pit road. That gives the lead to the 41. Yeah, you can see a lot of cars have actually already pit. Yepez is right there, but he's side by side with Arndt. The one thing Yepez will not want to do is run out of gas like Seth Cole did. Yepez is in prime position to make the playoffs, but he's gotten the help he's needed from other drivers inside the cut line, falling back. Now he just needs to make sure he gets down pit road and doesn't run out. It looks like he's not planning to pit yet. John Arndt is going to pit. There's William Brock. You can just see how much his back end damage has cost him. And now these three are going to catch Riggleman. Oh, they're going to get him in a good spot. Riggleman really should not be on track. Look at how much... Oh, that's going to cause a wreck. Jones is around. Yepez almost nails Eli Bright. And Jones spins down the track. Did that bring out a caution? It did. Caution flag is out. Or is it? I can't tell. I could have sworn that the flagman on the back would throw a yellow flag. Is the yellow flag out? I still can't tell. I'm going to assume it's not because Alexander Rowe and Diego Yepez are pitting. We do not have a caution flag for that. Oh my gosh. That is insane. Deanna Jones got spun down the track, came completely back up, hit the wall, came back down before anyone was considered to be endangered. And we stay green. What is this race? We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back. We are back at Talladega. 40 to go last time at the line, and you are looking at the second place car of Cole Deaver. Your new race leader is John Arndt. John Arndt hit the right pit strategy up. It looks like that lead might go away here. Alexander Rowe still running with Cole Deaver. They got a new friend in the form of the 48 of John Arndt. Looking at the rest of the ticker, Johnny Gardner, McIntyre, and Fitzwater are 4th to 6th. But Diego Yepez has fallen down to 15th. And that is not what he needs. Now they're in a big pack there. They're 7th to 15th in that pack. So 8th place is in the money right now, but these guys still have to pit 2 more times. Let's see, the last cycle was around lap 32 to 35. So lap 35, even if you go 18 laps, or 17 laps I think it was, 52.69, you're still short, so it's probably going to come down to the amount of fuel you put in the car on the last stop. But that is what we're looking at here. So Curtis is still 40th, 6 laps down. Riggleman and Amato continuing to fall down. Seth Cole is about to be put a lap down here. He runs in 30th. Now he is up the speed. Brock is a lap down in 32nd. Last time we checked, he was still good to go due to his good amount of points accumulated over the first 2 races. As you see, Flickinger 29th. He has damage. He should be passed by Seth Cole soon. Hagen is 27th. He is nowhere close. Hanley is 24th. Zorlin is 18th. And then Yepez is in that pack. Gardner by himself, or with 2 other drivers, so not by himself. And Cole Deaver's up here racing for the win. Remember, a win gets you another 5 bonus points for the next round. This is the last round where that will happen. The finale, it's going to be down to just top finisher. But 5 fast cars are up here. I mean, Peter Sands and Seth Cole are laps down. But they're up here drafting with these guys. They're pulling away from the rest of the field. Andrew Rich could be looking for a career win and win on the season. Numero 8. He leads that pack all the way in the back of your screen there. As we stated, we have yet to have a driver win 2 points-paying super speedway races, and right now, John Arndt could be the first one to do that at the same track, no less. However, Alexander Rowe looking for what would be his second win on the year and his third in his career. And then Cole Deaver, who'd be looking for his third win in his career and on the season. Plans still unknown for the driver up to 31. Unsure where he'll be next season. So they catch Tony Green in the 4, I believe, for the second time. We're down to only 29 on the lead lap. Well, 28. Tony Green really held him up. That let Flickinger catch back up. There's Mark Riggleman in the 26. How the leaders get around them could be a huge, huge factor. Remember, there is a 3-car pack, 4.5 seconds back, and then a 8-car pack, 9 seconds back. And oh, Riggleman not only blocked John Arndt, but Seth Cole too. Is he going to pull back up in front of the 48? Yes, he does. That's going to help Alexander Rowe take back the race lead. And that gave 32, and that gave everyone 2 seconds right there. Oh, and Arndt is still getting blocked by Riggleman. Now he'll jump down low. Damage has been done, though. Here comes Johnny Gardner, Fitzwater, and McIntyre. And that will join up those 2 3-car packs into 6-car packs. They've got enough draft. We could expect the next round in about 4 laps. Let's go back to Riggleman. See how these cars right here, oh, they're going to catch them right entering a corner. That's not going to help anybody. Zack, Rogers, and Sanford pull away easily, but everyone else is going to get hurt. They had closed in down to 5 seconds. All that time is going to be lost. Except for maybe Sanford and Zack Rogers. They got through pretty good. As now Fitzwater, McIntyre, Arndt, and Gardner run single file. Rowe's running to the high side of Seth Cole. That's not helping him at all. Now him and Deaver fight side by side for the lead. This is helping even Flickinger keep up. Now John Arndt makes a move on Gardner. Before turn 1, does he get there? Yes, he does. Deaver's now making a move, looking on Seth Cole as they're about to catch Philip Parker and Samet Oskin again. That will be the second time those drivers will go down a lap. And there, it's looking close that there is a possibility DJ Curtis could pass Mark Riggleman for 39th, so that will hurt Diego Yepez' chances. Deaver's going to go to the outside of Philip Parker, but this lap traffic is proving one thing. There have been many close calls, and it could be a matter of time before we get a caution flag. Deaver's going to get by easily. This lets Arndt, McIntyre, Gardner, and Fitzwater close back up to the back of this field. Zack, Rogers, and Sanford have pulled away from their friends, but they're down to 5 seconds. The others are still only 6.5 back from the lead car of that group, Kev Shearer. So catching Mark Riggleman the way the top three did really hurt them in terms of the whole race. And now John Arndt, with help from Matthew McIntyre, are pushing towards Cole Deaver. Deanna Jones up in front of them. Could be going down another lap. She has back end damage. So something happened to the 29 car that we are unaware of. Nobody else has retired. It's been an eventful Talladega race, but it's been a caution-free Talladega race. Oh, how the hell did I forget what happened to Deanna Jones? She got spun out by Diego Yepez going into turn 1. This is causing a lot of jostling. I think we're getting close to pit stops again. Anybody coming down? Deanna Jones will. Matthew McIntyre took the race lead away from Cole Deaver as they catch a Motto once again. So put a Motto 4 laps down. McIntyre goes by on the high side to take the race lead. Cole Deaver makes the same move, as does Fitzwater. And it looks like McIntyre's pitting. Hand out the window. There he goes. Johnny Gardner might lead a lap. It's been a while since a Chase driver has led a lap. It's going to be, well, not a while, but as far as new guys go, Johnny Gardner becomes the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th chaser to lead a lap. The only ones who haven't have been Zorlin, Hanley, Flickinger, and Yepez. Flickinger won't. No way. Zorlin, Hanley, maybe if there's a caution. Yepez is close. Andrew Rich already pit. Seth Cole's trying to get his lap back here. It could be an effort to hold Gardner out an extra lap so he runs out of gas. John Arndt and Fitzwater are throwing it down. Deaver and Rowe still stay out. We're green flag racing here. It's lap 50, so one more pit stop near the end of the race. You could see guys only taking a can, maybe half a can, depending what lap they pit on this cycle. This is everything right here. If you can hit it to lap 66, you might only have to take you're going to have to take a can. If you can get it to maybe 69 on that last pit stop, you're only going to have to take half a can. Depending where your pit stall is, that could make or break your race win. Cole Deaver has got his hand out the window, I believe. Him and Gardner are coming down. Rowe will stay out yet again. As there's been an incident, I saw smoke there on the back straightaway. Don't see any cars with damage. No caution flag either. Alexander Rowe stays out. Seth Cole staying out. Remember, Seth Cole might have the best odds of gaining a lot of time considering he got held out on the first pit stop. And he has been running with the leaders, so that's definitely not hurting him. Same could be said for the 83 of Nate Rogers. Alexander Rowe will come down this time. Yepez is going to pit. Osborne is going to pit. Oh, and Yepez just got turned by Osborne! And that might have just sealed it. Is Yepez going to get in his stall right the right way here? No, he's not. Yepez is going to have to go around. That just took Yepez out of this championship chance. I cannot talk. That Osborne just ended Yepez's championship implications. Oh my gosh. I can't talk. I can't grammar. Unbelievable. We're not going to commercial break now. They're already done pitting. Forget where Curtis finishes. I think Curtis is safe. Curtis is going to finish 40th in advance to the round of 8 simply because of what just happened to Diego Yepez on pit road. Is the 77 even going to have enough gas? I don't know. I think he might be struggling. I don't know if is he going to make it? I think he's going to make it. But that hurt Yepez so much. He was trying to get an install and then he couldn't get in. And now they had to go all the way back around, and this really, really hurts them. And they're going to be eliminated because of this. Yepez, who only won at a super speedway track, was looking like he had a very good chance. But now Johnny Gardner sits in the race lead looking for what would be his 4th win on the season. And what would ultimately tie him for the all-time wins record with Andrew Rich, as now all 3 of these drivers right here just got held up by Oskin. That's going to help everyone behind them, including the closest 2, Arndt and Fitzwater. McIntyre lost a lot of ground. Yep, Fitzwater is passing Arndt there. Rowe's going to make a move for the lead. Is Deaver going to make it 3 wide? Oh, I thought he was going to turn the 41. Oh, Fitzwater just turned Oskin almost. Holy crap. That was insane. That really just hurt the 43 and the 48's momentum. Shearer and McIntyre run 6th and 7th by themselves. Goldberg in 8th by himself. Osborne, Tringali, and Shelton running by themselves. The whole field has been split up completely. But with Yepez down to 28th, that's really going to help DJ Curtis. Seth Cola's found his way back up to 27th. Hagen in 24th. But I think it's almost set in stone. It's going to be Alex Gray, Zack Flickinger, Diego Yepez, and Cody Hagen who failed to make it to round 3. Flickinger had a lucky win at Dover since pretty much everybody was a lap down or tail end on a restart. Yepez got that win at Daytona after pretty much the whole field took themselves out. And then Cody Hagen was more or less Mr. Consistency all season, but it gets tough. It gets tougher and tougher the more you go. TJ Hanley and William Brock have really shown that they could be the next driver to win the title without winning a single race, just as Caleb Hoffman did it last year. So Johnny Gardner still leads here. He's looking to be the first driver to win 2 super speedway races. We come to these super speedway tracks 6 times every year. Next season, the schedule looks a little different. Daytona and Talladega are only going to have 1 race. Instead, Armory will take the spring Dega slot, and Pensacola, with the addition of its road course to the schedule as a experiment in the summertime, will get 3 races, technically. They will have a road course race, and then they'll take a week. Everyone will stay in Pensacola, and they will have a super speedway race in the summer, replacing the Daytona summer slot. Armory will keep its cutoff slot, and Pensacola will keep its slot in the round of 3. However, the race will not be the elimination race. So we've got 5 drivers up here vying for this win. Fitzwater could be looking for his 3rd on the season. Rowe would be looking for a 2nd. Gardner for his 4th, Deaver for his 3rd, and Arndt for his 1st. So there's an 80% chance we get a repeat winner as of right now. And then there's John Arndt trying to prove I can stay with this team. The driver who was the most consistent guy starting off 2017, and then they summer slumped. They never recovered. They got the win here in the fall last year. Now they're looking to do it again. That 48 car of John Arndt sits 35th in points this season. They've only gotten 2 top 10s, which is the least out of any driver. In fact, they are the only team without a single top 5 on the season. But right now that top 5 looks solidified, but they probably want it to be a win in a top 5. Fitzwater, your winner from Richmond, who more or less lucked out on a caution flag. 17 to go last time at the line. They'll be coming to 16 to go. They're all good to go, making it on fuel to the end. But this is not a tire wear track. Tire wear does not matter here. Once we get closer to about 12 to go, 10 to go, we will probably see people start pitting. And I'm guessing we will see 2 tires and any combination of the following: half a can, 1 can, 1.5 cans. Philip Goldberg has almost fallen back to Jessica Shelton. So 8th to 11th will be a pack, as now the leaders are catching a lot of slow cars. There's Tony Green, James Qualls. In fact, there's a bit of a pack here as they're getting held up by Mark Riggleman. Cody Hagen's in this group in 25th. Looks like Eli Bright actually has some front end damage from something. Here comes Johnny Gardner and the rest of the leaders. Cole Deaver's all about to lose the draft. Looks like he will be saved. Remember, Seth Cole is a lap down in 27th, but he's got a good opportunity here to gain more positions. Yepez has fallen down to 31st place. They get by Riggleman A-OK. Eli Bright, oh, it looks like he's going to hold up Arndt maybe. And he does. This race has taken an hour despite being green flag all the way. Next they're going to catch Qualls. I think Rowe might be pitting. No, never mind. I'm seeing stuff. I thought he was making the motion down pit road. But now Rowe, this whole field has been split up. It's just Gardner and teammate Fitzwater. Running behind the Pensacola winner from last year, James Qualls. They're also catching William Brock. They're going to get by Qualls A-OK. William Brock's going to be a different story. It looks like they're just going to power through on the top. Fitzwater's making a move with the lead on his boss. Oh, he had to cut back in line because of the 21. That actually hurt Fitzwater. Gardner's going to ease his way back to the bottom as they catch Sanford, Alves, and Hagen. Those guys are 23rd to 25th. Looking at it, the possibility of half the field being put a lap down due to drivers losing drafts during pit stops and what have it. Gardner's still pulling away in the race lead here. We're getting closer and closer to those pit cycles. Could be about 2 laps away. Gardner makes the move to pass Parker on the high side. There goes John Arndt. Arndt's coming down pit road now. I don't know if he will have the right strategy call here. These other guys might be able to take a little less gas. aren't won this race on fuel strategy last season. But it's just amazing that having the wreck with Curtis coming in the pit road, and even more so the wreck with Deanna Jones in turn 1, like Deanna Jones spun up the track and back down the track in between cars coming and going on the track and out of pit road, and it didn't even bring out a caution flag, which still surprises me greatly. And here comes Johnny Gardner. He's coming down behind Cody Hagen. Fitzwater and Deaver are going to come down as well. Alexander Rowe will stay out, but he's got no help. In fact, he'd fallen down 4 seconds behind the race leader. But you never know. You might gain that 4 seconds if Gardner comes out by himself. Seth Cole continuing to stay out. Remember, Seth Cole has a good chance to take the least amount of fuel. Rowe's going to make a bad decision here and go to the outside of Philip Parker. I think the inside would have been the better call. Is William Brock coming in, because I do not see Alexander Rowe coming in, and yep, that is the case. 10 laps to go here for Alexander Rowe. Looking to get that second one on the season. Right now, the big thing that comes in my mind is the caution flag would change everything but nothing. It would change the fact that all these guys are going to be pushed back together and lined up instead of being all spread out. But I don't think it would change the playoff implications, considering Yepez fell a lap down, Flickinger fell a lap down, Hagen is so far back and has not enough help points-wise, and then Gray retired. Here comes Alexander Rowe. The 70 and the 84, I believe, stayed out. Yep, that is the case. I don't think Osborne's going to get down this time. He doesn't. Tringali does, though. We could see Osborne now run out of gas. He'll be taking 9 to go. So Osborne leads for the first time all day. Oh, and this is bad news for Osborne. He's going to be put all the way up the top. And they caught Eli Bright there. Is Osborne going to have time to get to the bottom? Is he even going to be pitting? No, he's not going to come down this time. Is he going to be able to make it another lap? That's the big question. He looks pretty okay for now. Oh, I think he's sputtering. I think his car's starting to sputter. He might only have to take half a can here, though. Oh, he's going to get put to the outside again. No, Jackson's got no help. Now there goes Shelley. Oh, Osborne, though. He has enough fuel still. And now he will come down pit road. He is the last one to jump down. However, only 22 seconds between him and Johnny Gardner. Gardner's got Fitzwater on his bumper. Nobody else is close. And Amato is going to get in Fitzwater's way tremendously. That might just seal the deal. Fitzwater needs a lot of help right now. His best opportunity right now is the fact that Gardner has no draft help. John Arndt will solidify a top 5 pending he does not have any mechanical failures. Gardner's going to make the move here on Oskin. Throwing him another lap down. It'll be 6 to go at the start-finish line for the driver of the 32 machine. 5 playoff points loom in the distance for Gardner, increasing his total from 15 to 20. Cole Deaver, here he comes. He caught Fitzwater with the right amount of help. Looks like the 31 and the 32 could also. 2 playoff drivers fighting for this race. Deaver would definitely love to have those next 5 points, and here he comes for the race lead. Help from Charles Sanford, a manufacturer teammate, not a legit teammate, but manufacturer nonetheless, and Deaver leads at the line. 5 to go. We are now at the point where if a caution flag does come out, the race will end under caution. Oh, Mark Riggleman is coming out of pit road for the last time. Quinton Moore gets by Eli Bright quickly. Eli Bright is also well down on power. Deaver's going to get by with ease. So is Gardner. Austin Alves had the squeeze. Fitzwater following. And they all get by pretty easily. Here comes Johnny Gardner to the inside of Sanford as they catch Quinton Moore. That's one of Gardner's other teammates. Will Deaver get by quickly on the top? 4 to go. He does. Gardner, not so lucky. But this could help him get a good run on the 31. Sanford's going to jump down in line behind them. But Gardner jumps out. He's going to get a little assistance from Alves. Alexander Rowe is not close at all. John Arndt about 2 seconds back from the 43. 2 lap down cars in between Gardner and Cole Deaver. Gardner peeks out to the inside of teammate Quinton Moore. He gets there. Cody Hagen will help him. They're about to catch Deanna Jones with 3 laps to go. The big thing Deaver needs here is support from Charles Sanford. He does not need the 03 to make a move on him to stay on the lead lap. The next car closest for position is Jonathan Zorlin, but he is 12 seconds ahead. Gardner's right there. He is looking for this win. Fastest lap on the day by the 48, by the way. How about that? Gardner all over the bumper of Sanford. There he goes. He pulls out. Did he have enough of a run? No, Sanford's going to get back down and block the door. Hagen did not pull out or follow. Neither did Austin Alves. 2 to go for Cole Deaver. Looking to create a rookie record of 3 wins in a rookie season. Considering last season that no one was considered a rookie as it was the first season. Gardner again on the bottom, but again with no help. Sanford slides up though. Gardner really nudged it in there into turn 3. Things are about to get intense. Oh, but Gardner's got no help coming off of turn 4. Now he does. There goes Alves diving to the bottom with a run. White flag in the air for Cole Deaver. Here we go. Things are about to get intense. Does Alves support Johnny Gardner to get this victory? Here they come down the back straightaway. They're still tucked in line. Here comes Johnny Gardner in the 32. There's nobody that's going to be in the way. It's going to be down to the 31 and the 32. Does he get the run at the right moment? Does he make the move off of turn 4 here? Here we go. To the checkered flag. Austin Alves is going to screw him out of a chance of this victory. It's going to be Cole Deaver winning at Talladega and gaining another 5 bonus points to start off to round of 8. Gardner just caught Deaver at a bad moment right into turn 3. Didn't really have a chance to save that momentum. It kind of got killed. Then off the corner, he was trying to get it back to make a move, but Alves made the move for him. Gardner ends up finishing second. Fitzwater third. Arndt with his first top 5 all season finishes 4th. Alexander Rowe will come home in 5th. Matthew McIntyre 6th. Philip Goldberg 7th. Jessica Shelton 8th. Nico Tringali 9th. And Kev Shearer, who finished 2nd here in the spring, gets 10th. So apparently Shearer knows what he's doing here at Talladega. But that wraps things up here for race 32. So, Hanley gets 16th. Sorlin got 21st. Hagen 23rd. Not what Hagen needed at all. Seth Cole 26th. Flickinger 30th. Yepez 31st. Curtis 40th. Gray 41st. So again, Deaver passes Seth Cole in the points. However, Seth Cole passes Curtis and Gray in the points. And then Curtis finishing 1 position better than Gray. And since both drivers led laps and they were already tied, Curtis will get Gray by 1 point. So your final 8 should be, and I will come back if this is wrong, but your final 8 should be Andrew Rich, William Brock, Jonathan Zorlin, TJ Hanley, Johnny Gardner, Cole Deaver, Seth Cole, and DJ Curtis. So with that said, I will see you guys for Texas.